Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I would like to talk about the hardships that come when it comes to grocery shopping. With the increasing amount of cost of living that is due to inflation and so on and so forth, it is becoming more and more unrealistic for someone to be able to eat out every day. And even if someone is financially stable enough to eat out every day, eventually they will have to buy groceries, detergents, and other non-food items that are needed on a day-to-day basis. This means that the hassle of groceries is becoming more and more apparent for every single person. Now, when we look at grocery shopping, one thing we need to note is that one, we have to pick a store that we are loyal to. When this happens, when the store suddenly changes its price, this can cause loss in our faith in the shop, and and it also causes competition between buyers in order to get to the groceries on time when needed. Another thing is that may not know the availability of the groceries, and so this brings up multiple issues. Another issue that we need to highlight is due to the fact that rider services that do help us do our groceries, such as Happy Fresh, Foodpanda Mart, and so on and so forth, these are all subject to, one, the availability of the groceries at the time, and two, the availability of a rider at the time. This also becomes an issue. The research objective of this study is to, one, develop a service that will be marketable to customers, and two, be able to expand and market this service towards everyone in order to maximize profits. Three would be to make a satisfactory grocery service that will be satisfactory for the grocers. Four would be to create a satisfactory grocery service for the buyers. And five is to improve the quality of the grocery service shipping overall. For the methodology of this study, we're going to be using online surveys. An online survey will be conducted in order to study how the buyers and the grocers would prefer to deal with this issue. Second of all would be observing current products and services on how to tackle this issue would be useful. And then we can also do past studies and based on research in order to study the issue of how we can make groceries more convenient. When we're talking about the limitations of the study, we have to note that, one, there will be a lot of time consumption. The amount of time it takes to study, observe, research, and carry out online surveys will take a lot of time when it comes to new product development. And second of all, we have to talk about the cost. It will cost a lot of money in order to carry out such research, to carry out such observations, not to mention the designing of the product, the designing of how the services will run, the graphic designers for the user interface, and the programmers. That will all be a matter of cost. And finally, we will have to talk about the scope. You cannot do a study in America and then expect the results to still have the same effect within Malaysia. Each grocery market is something localized to a personal degree, and therefore there's only a certain amount of similarity on a global scale. However, when we go deeper and deeper, for this to be effective, you have to study each and every customer, and there will be variants and deviations of the sort.
New product development. Supermart is an e-commerce app that offers options for grocery deliveries. It comes with an option to choose between subscription and on-demand delivery. This is made to offer the users the flexibility between having a scheduled delivery and on-demand delivery. This app specifically target users that have a very consistent usage, very consistent rate of grocery usage. And this would solve the problem where they wouldn't have to worry about getting the next groceries delivery whenever their grocery supplies is running out. And this this type of users can be varies and can varies and not usually just a household. And it can be a small restaurant owners, it can be small business owners, restaurant, small business owners, it can be a very busy maid or housewife that use that use their groceries in a very consistent way. Next, we have the interface. On the left itself is the main user interface. Um, if you notice the interface, we kept it in a very minimalistic design. It is made to ensure that the user can experience seamless experience when browsing through the apps. And then when using minimalist design, it comes with it use low resources, so it makes sure that the app itself is not lagging, and then it wouldn't have so much trouble when browsing through the apps. Main interface. When you get to the main interface, there are the big promos. You can see the big promos, and then there are categories of groceries. You can choose from by their categories. We have poultries, we have beverage, snacks, dairy, and then we have instant food, cookies, and whatnot. And then below that, just reminder for the user itself where they can view the price. And then on the right side, this is the interface when they are choosing for the preset of the pre-customized already the box that they can choose from. For the GMAT box, it is made to target anyone who wanted groceries but at a very budget level. And then for the next option, they would have a bigger and then a bigger option. For GMAT box, you get half a chicken, a dozen of eggs, and then right there where you can see where they have the price itself shown in the features, and then the users can make comparison for themselves and then compare the prices from the actual stores and then from what's on the app. So it says the 12 ringgit, and then on the app it says 8 ringgit. So it would mean that users will get a lot of discounts for them. And then at the bottom, the users can customize the pre-already set box, and they can add or remove items and make it as their customers, or make their own presets on what they want in a box. And then this would save this order as their own preference, and then they can choose to have these orders for the next time, or probably for the upcoming orders. And then the next for the next interface, this is where the users can toggle between on-demand and subscription. If the users choose for subscription, they can set for the time, and then they can set for the frequency. We have bi-weekly, which means that this will be sent every 2 weeks. And then there are options where they can choose from between having it sent probably 3 times in a week, or probably at the end of the month of each month. And then we have the order summary on what they are ordering. So we can see right here the users are ordering half a chicken, a dozen of eggs, and then the subtotal, we have the order summary through this, and then we have everything. And then below that we have the payment details. One thing about the Supermart is we offer flexible in payment, which means that the users can choose to whether pay now or pay later with zero interest, divided into three separates. But that is on the development as well. And then on the right we have the interface for when on the user interface where there are profile and then addresses where they can, this is the settings basically, where they can set their settings and then make them with it. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Amarina bin Azman and I would like to present about the concept testing slide. So as we know, the Supreme includes various types of offer for grocery delivery. Other than that, a user also can set up their first order of what items they frequently bought and custom it in their plan. So the next order, they only need to set the time to be delivered. And of course, the user also can add or remove any additional or unnecessary items to their plan. Based on the data analysis of the survey we carried out to 66 respondents, the frequency to buy the grocery items, as we see, based on the pie chart, we can see the frequency of respondents buying groceries. Most respondents buy their groceries on a weekly routine, while a smaller portion buy their groceries monthly. You can see the least respondents buying groceries daily. The preference of using app for grocery shopping. From the pie chart, we can deduct that this question is answered neutrally. 53% of respondents say no to using apps for grocery delivery. Meanwhile, another 47% agreed and prefer to use the apps for grocery delivery. Subscription delivery or on-demand delivery, which one is the most preferred one? So based on the pie chart, we could see an equal stance. 50% respondents say yes to subscription delivery, and another 50% prefer to have on-demand delivery for their online grocery shopping. The key factors that influence to use apps for grocery delivery. According to the graph, we could see online grocery delivery is not desirable to some people. However, there are others who find it interesting and convenient to them. Certain values that respondents will have for themselves in a grocery delivery app. Majority of respondents consider that having cash, voucher, and promotion and price comparison are the main key factors that attract them in using online grocery service. And then the convenience of using the apps to buy grocery items or just buy by ourselves. Based on the chart, based on the graph, a large portion of respondents found that it is more convenient to buy groceries by themselves. Meanwhile, 35.4% of respondents agreed with the idea. 16.9% of respondents put themselves in neutral stand, and lastly, a small portion share the same sentiment, with 1.5% each agree that it is inconvenient for them to buy groceries by themselves. Moving on to the next slide, for the prototype of our project, as you can see, the needed future demand by respondents are price comparison. The main function of price comparison is to show the difference between the actual price and in an application price of grocery item. The feature takes place in selecting the items where users can compare the approximate price to the actual price. And other than that, it also includes the option where users can decide the delivery system which suits them. So here are some examples of our user interface. Moving on to the next one, test marketing. Company use test marketing to see if a new product like our product or a marketing campaign is viable before putting it on the market. It also refers to the approach used to show the efficiency of the Supimart. Does Supimart has the potential to attract more customers? See the answer of the respondent, and the answer is yes, based on the information given. 67% out of 100% believe that in the business. Only the minority, 33%, does not believe with Supimart in the long run. Other than that, we are also planning to use the product via Google Play Store and Apple's App Store. Consumer trend canvas. So, for the basic needs of this project are to have faster and efficient ways to purchase online groceries, especially without having to redo add to cart process for frequently bought items. Users demand system that is easily accessible and simple to be used. For the inspiration, the features of this project are inspired by PandaMart and Shopee Food. Both inspiration have real-time data and do have reports that you can access by users. The drivers of change. One of our main factor is the digital technology era, as we live towards new innovation and technology and modern. You can see also the rise of e-commerce user also played a major role for this project. Look at how business-to-business companies can use electronic channels to improve supply chain and productivity requirements. Managing customer expectation. Consumer expect to have a system that can provide service based on their preference and also less time consuming. For the innovation is the subscription plan for groceries. Innovation type. The innovation type for this project by having the data of consumer choice when buying groceries as a reference, and there is more consumer that prefer subscription delivery other than on-demand delivery. Then the Supimart application can be utilized as they have the functionality to subscribe customers' preferred plan. And to who? The target users of this project are the person who is in charge of getting house supply, such as head family and housewife, student and restaurant owner also include. That's all from me, thank you.